Hey YouTube. This is a video named Why You Should Vote for Hillary. It's the part two. Um, and what I was pointing out in the first video is like all of the great accomplishments that Hillary has had, and like why would we vote for a crazed lunatic like Trump when we can have a sane, normal lady that cares about women and cares about Americans. I mean, she's done such great things. Like, well, I mean, she landed in sniper fire in Bosnia. Oh, yeah, that was a lie. There's video of it, and there was no sniper fire, no bullets, whatever. She spent time on the tarmac after she landed. I mean, if you look at it, there's so many things. She's just everything she has to lie about. She's a pathological liar. Okay, I've known pathological liars, a couple of them, and Hillary is worse. And I don't even know her. I mean, I just know what I've heard of her. So, but I would never trust this lady to tell me the truth ever. I mean, and every she stood up there in the debate and said that she never called the TPP the gold standard, or one of them. She it's clearly there on video if you go look for it. Okay, just look it up. She lies. The Clintons, their playbook says you lie about whatever you have to get elected. It doesn't matter. You don't need. It doesn't matter if you're going to keep any of the promises. Who cares? You do what you have to do to get elected. Say what you have to say. You know, get whoever you have to do. Get arrested or whacked, like so many end up being when they're messing with the Clintons. This lady has had more people die around her than people can count. I mean, I don't want to sugarcoat it. I don't want to make it less. The problem is, like, people are so used to Hillary being a criminal that they're like just okay with it now. They're like, oh, whatever, so what? Hillary committed another scandal, the Clintons are in trouble again. Big deal. Well, yeah, it is a big deal because they're about to be in the White House. And that I want to tell you this: they are not going to win the election unless they steal it. Okay, if they win the election, it is being stolen because Hillary is not as popular as you think. The people are not as people are outraged about the Donald Trump tape. I will give you that, and I am too. I am a Christian. I think that what he said was despicable, and honestly, but I honestly, before I became a Christian, it's something that I know I've said worse than, and I never would have meant to do that, and I would never put my hands on a woman ever. Not ever. I never have, and I never will. And I know I've said things though. I mean, I used to write raps and stuff, and I would say stupid stuff that I didn't mean at all. And yes, Trump is a lot older than I am, and I haven't thought to say anything like that, and I probably wasn't thinking when I did say stuff like that. I was just probably trying to make my friends laugh. But Trump is older, and he should know better, and he should just. I mean, honestly, I could never. I mean, I'm a father now, but he is too. I don't know. I think he just likes to be liked, honestly, but he's a narcissist. I can admit that. But whatever the deal is with Trump and this tape. Okay, he admitted and he says he's sorry. Hillary never apologizes. The only thing I can think of that she's apologized for is calling us deplorable and irredeemable, and it wasn't even sincere. And you know, she definitely seemed like she was a way. She believed what she was saying when she said it, you know. And now, when the WikiLeaks this latest dump came out, it shows her emails that she doesn't care about Americans. She not at all. Like, she has no regard for the American people. She could care less, you know. And she's trying to destroy everything that's good about America and all the values. You know, they're attacking language now. Like, you know, I mean, this whole liberalism thing, the way that colleges are being run these days, and how can kids in college not turn on YouTube and see some of the stuff that Hillary Clinton has done? I mean, are they just living in that far off world? I mean, I used to, until I found out about the government corruption and how widespread and how there's a big plot to create a global government. I mean, the UN is the beginning of that. I mean, the League of Nations was the birth of it after World War One. Then that didn't work out. America wouldn't sign on. I mean, America is supposed to be a sovereign nation, okay? We don't want to be in the United Nations. I mean, it's bad enough that it's in New York. Seriously, get the United Nations away from our police. Get the United Nations. I don't care what Barack Obama says. He's an idiot. I mean, he doesn't know what freedom is. He doesn't know what America is. We don't want the United Nations in our election. And this is what I'm saying. Donald Trump was going to win in a landslide. They needed this tape to be put out so that they could say he lost all favorability and all of his support. And now Hillary Clinton is going to win, and they're going to steal the election. Okay? I'm almost positive of it. And I'm telling you, nobody, I mean, maybe some women that are very influenced by the mainstream media, yes, that were actually going to vote for Trump, might not now. And that's sad, because, yes, but you not voting for Trump, it's not like you just, even if you don't vote, it's not like, that's another vote that we need for Trump. Because if Trump doesn't get in, Hillary does, because either one of them is going to get in. So, what's better for this nation? What's better for our children? Okay? Trump or Hillary? Let's look at the policies, okay? And I was going to focus on Hillary's past, and there's so much more to uncover, but I want to talk about this right now, what she's proposing and what Trump's proposing, because it's not logical to just not vote for Trump because of something he said 11 years ago, okay? No matter how unbelievably wicked it is, I'll tell you why it's not logical. Because it's not just you're voting for the least of two evils this time. Because I'm not that kind of guy who does that. I didn't vote last time, okay? And I did know a lot last election cycle. I would have voted for Ron Paul, okay, if he would have got nominated, but I wasn't going to vote for Mitt Romney or Obama. So, I didn't vote. I didn't vote for president. And I just want to look at the policies real quick. Like, okay, so immigration, totally opposite. Open borders, Hillary. Amnesty. We have about 40 million illegals in this country, not 11. They've been saying since 2001 or whatever. We all saw the pictures a couple of years ago when they started bringing them in on trains up through Mexico. How many people were pouring in? And it's picked up again, and it never stopped. I mean, they're pouring in. The Border Patrol can't keep up. They're catch and release them, and they go their merry way into our country and never leave, you know? I mean, there's no reason to even have a Border Patrol at this point. I mean, they're not even checking these people for diseases all the time, like, or properly treating them, you know? A lot of these drugs are coming through our border. A wall's not going to stop everything, no, it won't. But it will stop a lot. People won't be able to just come up through Mexico, or, I mean, a quarter of Mexico's population has migrated to the United States. We are turning into Mexico. We are going to lose our identity as Americans if we allow them to bring in millions of people from other parts of the world and then make them American citizens. And why is it okay that they could come into our country and break the law? And I'm not saying all these people are bad people because they broke the law, no. Alright, we all break the law, okay? There's so many laws that they have set it up that way so they could get anybody at any time, basically. But why is it okay for them to come here and we can't even go there? I mean, every other country is allowed to say no, but we're not, and the Western countries aren't. Look at Europe. Just please look at Europe. I mean, look at what they're living in Sweden, where it's the rape capital of the world. Okay? This is Sweden. Nice, harmless Sweden that I grew up with. Now, rape capital of the world and filled with Muslims. Muslims were stopped at the gates of Vienna. They were pushed back by Charles Martel. And now they've just been allowed to come in. And I could be wrong, but it seems like there's way too many of them to just be from the war in Syria, honestly. And why are they all military-age men? 90% of them. Okay, and now Hillary wants to increase Obama. Obama's been bringing them in, and I'm sure it's way more than we know. And 10,000s of people from, the Sudan or whatever, Muslim countries, and these people are radical, a lot of them, and they're military-aged men, jihadists, are gonna infiltrate, and it's just bound to happen. I mean, even if they've even said they were going to use it to infiltrate our country, and even if 1% of, a million or say 100,000, 1%, what is that? 1,000 terrorists we have in our country, even 0.0 or 0.1% would be what, 100. It's still too much. We don't need 100 suicide bombs going off, okay? And Hillary Clinton would like to ban guns completely outright. It's in the WikiLeaks. Check it out. She said she would use an executive order to ban guns if she could. And I think if that happens, we're gonna have a civil war in this country, okay? And the people that are gun owners are probably going to win against the people that are not. Okay, and I don't think the military are going to fire on American troops. I think they are not that dumb anymore. I think they see right through it. That's why they're all supporting Trump. Okay? All right, I'm going to make a part 3, talk about the rest of the policies and a little bit more about Hillary, and then that's it.